We're going to call this meeting to order. We're currently recording. So, Annette, you want to take roll call?
Yes. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Committee member Baranek,
Here.
committee member Schmidt,
Yes.
and chairperson Newsom.
Here. Yes.
For the record, Vanda Nykoff and Susan Funk are absent, and so we have 3 present and 2 absent.
Thank you. Can I get approval of the agenda?
I'll approve.
Okay. Can I get a roll call? Or Dennis, you want to do the second?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, great. Committee member Baranek,
Yes.
committee member Schmidt,
Yes.
chairperson Newsom.
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0.
Perfect. At this time, we're going to open it up to public comment. If there's anyone here that wishes to speak on behalf of an item that is not listed on the agenda, please raise your hand or hit *67 to speak if you're calling it. And if you, let's see. Looks like I don't have anybody wishing to speak, and I don't have anybody that's calling in. Okay, so going on to the next, can we get approval of the consent calendar, approval of the draft minutes?
I'll make the motion to approve the consent.
And I'll second.
Okay, roll call.
Committee member Schmidt,
Yes.
committee member Baranek,
Yes.
chairperson Newsom.
Yes.
Motion passes 3-0.
Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and hear the development project that is on our agenda. And I think at this point, we're trying to see if the applicant is going to be present for this.
Yeah, we are reaching out to the applicant currently to make sure she can get on. But I think in the meantime, Bailey can probably give the presentation, and then we'll see where we are at the end of that.
Okay, sounds good.
Let me go ahead and share my screen. Alrighty. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm here to present on pre-220052 for design review of a new exterior shade structure at 6040 El Camino Real. The property is located at the corner of El Camino Real and Traffic Way. It is in the downtown commercial zoning district. Site photos, it is better known as Colony Market and Deli. This is the front of Colony Market and Deli across from the Carlton Hotel. The proposed shade structure is shown in the right-hand part of this image. Currently, there are tables up in this area for customers, but there are no umbrellas or any form of shade. Project description. In order to increase shade on the site, the applicant proposes to build a 338 square foot shade structure in the outdoor seating area of Colony Market. The shade structure is proposed to be 8 feet in height. Concrete footing will be included at the bottom of the post to anchor the structure in place. There will be a smooth transition from the decomposed granite surface to be ADA compliant. The structure will be set back 4 feet from the right of way. Downtown Commercial District Zone. The Downtown Commercial Zoning District is intended to enhance the economic viability and pedestrian-oriented character of the downtown by encouraging a wide range of retail shops, including artisan craft sales and production, restaurants, entertainment, facilities, lodging, and non-automotive services. The inclusion of a shade structure in a highly trafficked area will be beneficial to the economic viability and pedestrian-oriented character of downtown Atascadero. The pergola will provide additional comfort in an outdoor seating area and may attract potential customers. Shade is incredibly important, especially during hot summer months here in Atascadero, and the implementation of a shade structure in a downtown restaurant will invite customers to stay downtown comfortably for longer periods of time. The design. The proposed 338 square foot shade structure will be from the brand Lynx Pergola. There will be 6 square posts made of Douglas fir holding up the 13 by 26 foot structure. The roof will be comprised of 2 12 by 12 shade structures that are tethered to the structure, which will remain taut and limit flapping in the wind. The shade cloth is extra thick, heavy-duty cloth that is 340 grams per square meter, woven with 100 high-density polyethylene fiber. The permeable fabric allows water to drain through the fabric to ensure pooling water won't damage the sunshade. The proposed site plan. This is the location of the proposed exterior shade structure. The top of the shade structure will be visible from the west-facing windows of the Carlton, but the shade cloth is of tan coloring and will not be reflective or industrial looking. It will stay compatible with the neighborhood. This is an example of an exterior shade structure in downtown San Luis Obispo. This shade structure is similar to the one that Colony Market is proposing to do. DRC discussion items include the shade structure design and neighborhood compatibility. Recommended conditions. Staff recommends that this shade structure be complementary to the existing downtown commercial building and that any shade structure installed must be similar to Exhibit A, which is in the staff report. Staff's recommendation is for the Design Review Committee to approve pre-220052, allowing for an exterior shade structure in the downtown commercial zoning district subject to conditions of approval. And staff is available for questions.
Okay, looks like Dennis has got a question.
Okay.
Go ahead, Dennis.
The setback, is that based on the height of the structure?
Yeah, so it's 8 feet in height and 4 feet. So yeah, 4 feet. I think we just require a 4 foot setback in general.
So if it was 16 feet in the height, you'd still have a 4 foot setback? Or would it be more?
Kelly.
Yeah, our setbacks downtown don't vary based on height.
Okay. Are the structures, we're dealing with the diaphragm of the square that has 4 posts at each corner. Are posts going to be touching each other to make up the overall area, or are there going to be gaps between each of the structures? Let's say a foot or 2 feet between each structure versus side by side.
I believe that the applicant is planning to have them side by side to not have any weird gaps, kind of similar to in this one, but I don't think that she plans on having that like walkway gap because it is just that one little area outside.
So the posts they'll be post to post.
Yeah, I believe so. I wish that the applicant had made it today.
She actually just logged on, so we do
Oh,
have
she
her
did?
available for questions when we're done with staff questions.
It's not critical. It's more of just kind of a function going through my head. I mean, considering that the shade that they have now is, the old covering for the gas station. And this is a very much of an improvement. Your presentation about it being compatible with the downtown goals of for business I think very, very much satisfactory. I like the look of what is being put in. And I have no issue with it at all.
Emily, do you have any questions of staff?
I do, and I wanted to clarify because I think that I'm understanding something slightly different in terms of layout and construction from the photos, and hope it helps. The way that I'm reading this is there's going to be essentially only a single post and a single beam in the center. Is that correct? There's only a total of 6 posts. So they're not necessarily 2 separate structures. It's a single structure divided in the center by 2 additional posts.
Yes, yes, that is correct.
With 2 shade sails attaching to the center beam between those 2 posts. Correct? It's all
Yes,
one big
yes.
structure?
Mhm.
Perfect.
Okay. Can you tell me, Bailey, how it's going to be finished, how the Doug fir is going to be finished? Is it going to be left unfinished as it is in the photos, or is it potentially going to be finished like the existing decorative scents that I see in the staff report photos of Colony Market? To me, it looks like those are potentially, you know, not necessarily painted, but maybe like stained with like I forget the term for, you know, like a thicker paint-like
Mhm,
stain.
mhm. Yeah, I'm sure that they would want to make it, you know, finish it and make it look really nice since they want it to last for longer periods of time.
But we don't know necessarily what the finish will be.
The applicant's on the phone, so we'll ask them in just a
Okay.
minute once we're done with staff questions.
These
Okay,
posts.
yep, I think
Go ahead.
Emily?
that's my only question.
I was going to say these picture right here, these posts it's just in general, this is much higher than 8 feet.
Mhm.
But they're probably treated with a water seal or something. I mean, they're not left natural because you want to treat it with something. So it's just not stained. This has maybe a clear finish on it, but just a note.
Okay. I'm gonna hold my questions till after we hear from the applicant. So Bailey, if you wanted to bring the applicant on.
Yeah.
Hi, you guys. Can you hear us okay?
Hi, Joanne. Yes, we can hear you.
Hi there.
Sorry, we've had technical difficulties. I apologize.
That's okay. We
We
went
did
through the same
hear-
thing too.
Yeah, we all have.
I did hear some of your comments and have a couple of answers for you as far as the structure itself. You're correct. So there's just 6 posts, and then the hardware for the center posts allows for the 2 beams to intersect. So it's just 1 beam in the center. So it's 1 contiguous structure.
Perfect.
And then as far as the finish goes, we are doing, it's a resawn cedar, and then we're going to clear coat it.
Okay. And then I think in your staff report, you listed that you'd be keeping it taut so it wasn't blowing in the wind. I know some people have some metal shades that kind of ripple back and forth. So I think you'll be
And this
maintaining it.
That's correct. This is from we're using the hardware from the manufacturer, so it's constantly taut. It's the way it's designed with the fasteners that are provided from the manufacturer.
Okay. And the shade structure is only from the top, not on any of the sides?
No, it's only on the top.
Dennis, Emily, do you have any other questions for the applicant?
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right. Staff, what do you need from us?
Bailey wants to pull that back up. So this project, I believe, does not move forward for any sort of use permit. So this will be sort of final approval.
Okay.
So if DRC, I believe Annette, correct, we need to take a more formal vote
Correct.
for action on the item. And I believe our recommendation is to approve as conditioned.
Correct.
Okay. My colleagues, Dennis and Emily, what are your thoughts on approval?
I think it'll be a nice addition to the Colony Market, and it seems like the owners have done a good job of maintaining the existing facilities. I'm confident it'll look nice and remain looking nice. Yeah, I have no concerns.
Okay,
I believe
Dennis?
I believe it's much needed for business. I mean, I drove by the other day and they were packed, and I've been there when it's been packed and had a seat in the unshaded areas. And so there's always a nice breeze though.
Yeah, these days it's 100 and something degrees. It's nice to have a little bit of shade. I think what you've presented to us today has shown that it will be compatible with the downtown corridor. I think that your use of factory materials and what you've provided looks nice. It'll be nice to have additional shade, and I think it'll complement your existing commercial building. So I have no issues with approving it, and it sounds like, do you need us to do a vote, Annette?
Yes, can someone make a motion in a second and then vote?
I'll make up a motion, I guess. I don't see anything, but I recommend that the DRC approve PRE 220052 located at 6040 El Camino Real. And recommend a yes vote, please. As conditioned too, I'm sorry. Approve as conditioned.
Emily, do you want a second?
I'll second that.
Perfect.
Okay. Committee member Schmidt,
Yes.
committee member Baranek,
Yes.
chairperson Newsom,
Yes.
motion passes 3-0.
Okay, thank you to the applicant for being here, and we look forward to that new addition.
Thank you guys very much. We sure appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for all your support. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. You guys have a good day.
Thanks, you too.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, we'll go on to committee member comments and reports. What do we have? Anything?
I'll just apologize. I had my head down reading antique deeds and came across a name, Francesco Piera di La Costa, going back to 1872, and I was lost and I forgot the time, so I apologize.
All right, I tried to log on a different time zone at once, so I think we're all in the same boat. Summertime.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right, on to director's report. Kelly, you look like an amazing fill today.
Thank you. I don't have anything to report. I don't know that we have anything scheduled to bring forward. I do know that the old KFC building will be submitting for DRC review shortly. They are going to convert to a Sonic drive-through. And so they're hoping to get before the DRC with some preliminary design changes, in a timely fashion. So that will be coming in. I believe they hope to submit next week. And then just an update, Del Rio Marketplace went through Planning Commission with a recommendation for approval and will be before council, we hope, on June 28th at the council meeting. That's all I have unless you guys have any questions.
Perfect. I think we're good.
No, that's excellent.
All right, meeting adjourned. You guys have a good day.
Thank you, Annette.